So a lot of you have been waiting for my response to the video that Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly did about 3 years ago, where Dr. Jackie referred to African American women as being dramatic when they come to their appointments and not necessarily believing them. This is coming right after this past week's episode on Married to Medicine, where Dr. Jackie was speaking with our Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, about how Black women are mistreated in the world of medicine and how they aren't believed, and how that has led to maternal mortality rates being very high within the African American community. So let's unpack that, but we also have to unpack that Buffie Purselle, as you know, who used to be on Married to Medicine, is also speaking out. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So as you can see, I'm not in my home. I am away for the holidays, and I hope you guys are having a happy and healthy and safe holiday season. Stay tuned. If you're a member, you'll know before anyone else where I am, what I'm doing, all of that. But a lot of you were asking, Kempire, have you seen this? Are you going to talk about this? Literally, when I found out about this video, I was getting ready for my trip, packing, and I had other obligations of certain things that had already started. So please understand, because some of y'all think I'm paid by Dr. Jackie. This is when I know you don't watch my content, because the community that knows and watches our Married to Medicine content is like, Kempire's not, first of all, Kempire's not paid by anyone, because y'all love to say I'm paid by somebody just because I don't agree with your viewpoint. Okay, again, this is not CNN. I'm not a journalist. However, I am a person with an opinion, and I wanted to react to this because I saw this and I was like, and we were just praising Dr. Jackie on Married to Medicine during our recap, saying like, this is phenomenal. This is something that's necessary. We should be talking about this while everyone is fighting about quad and all these other things, all these other antics. And we have Phaedra going, ooh, yes, all of that. This conversation that she's having with the Vice President of the United States, no matter what spectrum of the political arena you're on, this is still the Vice President of the United States, one of the most powerful people in the world, that you're having a conversation that has been detrimental to the health of African American women.
In one of the wealthiest countries in the world, the United States of America, we have the highest rates of maternal mortality. That Black women in our country in this era are 3 times more likely to die in connection with childbirth. I think it's inexcusable.
It certainly shouldn't be that way. And what I really want us to do is just make sure we are talking about it.
We have been fighting for states to expand Medicaid coverage. We need all the states to sign on, and we need to let moms know that they're actually entitled to Medicaid coverage for up to 12 months of postpartum care. And that's one of the things that we need to get the word out. We also set up a hotline for mothers to have support in terms of emotional and mental health. So I'll give you that number, and let's make sure we get that out also. It's 1-833-TLC-MAMA.
And I'm going to be posting it and shouting it to the hills, so that moms know that we support them, that we want to make this better.
Let us all work together, and I know we will make a difference.
Sometimes as African American women, we're a bit more dramatic, and that you go to the doctor and you complain and you complain and you complain, and you're not taken serious because you cried wolf the entire pregnancy.
That ain't me, boo. I don't know what you're talking about, but go ahead.
I didn't say you. I just said as African American women, we want to also make sure you're being serious with your doctor and not playing the game so I can take you off work. Because then we see you 25 times in the pregnancy. It's hard to believe that there's a true problem when there's a true problem.
I watched the video, and this video is from like 3 years ago. And I watched it multiple times, and I've seen all of your comments and your own reactions and things like that. Here's my reaction. As I said to you before, I was really happy that they were talking about this, because this is what we love about Married to Medicine. And we love that we had that element this past week in their latest episode. All right. besides all of the quad drama. And I said, you know what, this was sort of like the heart of why Married to Medicine is so important, why Married to Medicine is so different than other reality shows. But this video, and I know some people in defense of Dr. Jackie will say, this was 3 years ago. That's really not that long ago when you think about it. Because if this was your stance 3 years ago, she's been a doctor for a very long time. And at this point of me creating this video, I have checked her social media. Her last, I think her pinned video is her conversation with with Kamala Harris. I haven't seen a statement from Dr. Jackie denouncing what she said back then, or clarifying what she said back then, or saying that I've evolved since then, even though that was 3 years ago. I don't think that's a long time ago. 3 years, I know for us, because we were in the middle of the pandemic, it's sort of like, when was this? 3 years ago is not that long, especially being that she has been a doctor for so long. And a lot of you have said a part of why you can't see it for Dr. Jackie is because of what you've seen her do on the show. Fat shaming, what she did to Buffy. Those things have made you sort of never look at Dr. Jackie in the same way. And we can't take away that the fact that Dr. Jackie has made these statements about people's weight, has made these statements about, how she treats her clients and what she did to Buffy, in some shape or form, this has to affect the way that she provides care for African Americans, people that look like her, the same people that she was talking about in this past episode of Married to Medicine. So if she has this stance 3 years ago, it makes me wonder, all the years that you were practicing medicine, were you one of those doctors, even though you are a Black woman, or were you one of those doctors that downplayed someone's symptoms? Were you one of those people? And you have to talk about this at this point. And I don't want you to wait to the reunion where people are going to ask you about it. You need to release a statement denouncing what you said back then and apologizing for what you said back then, because then that was dangerous as well. Downplaying, as African American, we can be dramatic. Buffie Purselle, as you know, was on Married to Medicine for a short period of time, but what has stood out and what has changed people's opinions on Dr. Jackie was what Dr. Jackie did during that season, calling out Buffy's infertility at a big event. And I remember watching the episode recently, maybe like a couple of years ago, before we started recapping Married to Medicine, and I was just sort of like, where did that come from and why did you do that? But a lot of people have said there's a lot of things about Dr. Jackie that she's almost like one of those people, like throws the gasoline on a situation and then runs. And she does it very slickly. So maybe that's what that was. Maybe that was the one time that Dr. Jackie really showed who she truly is. Just the other day during our Married to Medicine recap, we had someone call in and talk about her experience with Dr. Jackie, and she didn't like Dr. Jackie's bedside manner. I don't know. I haven't looked at Dr. Jackie's reviews. But what I've seen on the show, what we see in this video from 3 years ago with Dr. Heavenly, it's interesting. It is showing a pattern of behavior. Well, Buffy, a lot of people always, anytime Buffy talks about what happened to her on Married to Medicine, a lot of people want to tell Buffy to be quiet. But we can't, because this happened to her on a national platform, international platform. And people are watching it to this day. There are people getting into Married to Medicine and watching it, and they're seeing this over and over again, embarrassing this woman in front of all these people and then the entire, television audience. So Buffy went on her TikTok and weighed in on how she felt about what Dr. Jackie said.
Y'all, bravo, because that's who set this up with Kamala. Y'all should have let Simone do that interview. Y'all should have let Simone do that. Y'all should have I know y'all trying to save her career because I showed everybody who the hell she really is. I know, and y'all paying her all this damn money that she don't damn earn. Because where Curtis at this season? Yeah, I'm watching the season now. It's a good season. I'm watching it. Sweet Tea, shout out to Sweet Tea. That's why I'm watching it. First of all, Jackie don't even have no damn regular Black clients allegedly. If you're a rich black woman, you can go to her ass. She don't take no damn Medicaid, no. She don't take, like, the people they're talking about black mortality rates for pregnant women. She don't see them damn people. I bet she didn't tell Candy and the rest of them people, you don't need to be called off work during their pregnancy if they came in there with some damn problems. But the ones who ain't got a coin to pay you in cash, they need to prove without a shadow of a doubt that they're in fact in pain. And you a black doctor saying this fucking shit, right? Why I got so much smoke? Okay, so I'm gonna share something with y'all, and I shared this with the producers of Married to Medicine when I was on the show. My aunt Dee Dee died in childbirth. Her daughter survived. I'm so thankful her dad is gonna let her spend Christmas at my house, at our house this year. January 9th is the day that my aunt died and my little cousin's birthday. And my aunt went to her doctor, who's a black woman, and said she was having headaches and having pains, and she didn't believe my aunt. She didn't believe her. She didn't believe her. And I remember January 8th like it was yesterday. And there's so many things I wish that I had done differently. My aunt wasn't feeling well. We had a funeral in our family the next day, and I said, I better not see you. You better not be at that funeral. I better not hear that you went to that funeral. You need to stay in bed and rest. And she had gone to the doctor on January 8th, and they sent her home, and her blood pressure was through the roof. The next morning, her husband took her to the emergency room, and my aunt had a stroke. They took the baby, and she died. All because her doctor thought she wasn't really in pain. Stupid shit like the elder OBGYN just said kills people. It really does. It also puts this burden on black women that we can't be human, that we have to be sharp as iron and strong as steel all the time, even while bringing life into this world. And that's just not fair. You think if a black woman doctor thinks that folk that don't look like us don't think that? When y'all gonna call her on shit? Forget me. I know some of y'all don't like me. You don't care. You won't believe the lies they said that I want a storyline. I didn't need a storyline. I was a friend. I was not full cast, even though I was full cast, because the motherfuckers saw who I am and used me for almost every goddamn episode. I didn't need a storyline. I was supposed to show up and be cute. That was it. I was supposed to be just Simone's friend. Not the whole season. And I was, whatever y'all want to say, that this woman chose to treat me the way she did because she didn't have no motherfucking storyline. Catch. Okay? And she's an OBGYN, somebody, and forget HIPAA, all y'all in that HIPAA shit. You have basic human decency, supposed to. You have professional and ethical basics not to do the shit that this woman does. And Heavenly tried to help. The dentist tried to help you. She was like, I don't know who you're talking about. The dentist wasn't getting caught up in that. She's smart. Y'all don't be catching. I've always said, I don't Heavenly, but I have always said, she's smart. She ain't stupid. But when you are a narcissist and you think you Jesus of Jackie or Jackie of Marietta, you don't watch the evil that spew out your mouth. Sometimes it slip out. Like it slipped out when she was dealing with me, who she was very much intimidated by. Because when evil is around something you've been pretending to be nice, inherently kind like I am, it can't settle. Now I'm gonna need y'all to get y'all self together and get Bravo to get her off. She don't need to be that. Y'all should have had Dr. Simone do that. I don't even mess with Simone, but Simone has an excellent bedside manner. I bet she take Medicaid. I bet she does not put up a fuss when people that look like us say they're in pain while they are bringing life into the world. I bet she don't have no problems with writing a letter to let women call off work so they can sit on bed rest and nurture and bring a black child into this world. That's all I'm gonna say.
Buffy's story about how she has a relative that has gone through going to a doctor and a doctor not taking that person's symptoms seriously because of the color of their skin, or having a subliminal bias that they don't even realize that that's what they're doing. Who knows? Maybe Dr. Jackie had this as well, based off the video from 3 years ago. The fact that people have lost their lives because of this is why this past week's episode was so important. Again, the person delivering the message is it's hypocritical. However, the message is still important. So I don't want the message to get lost and, okay, let's shame Dr. Jackie for being a hypocritical. Well, no, Dr. Jackie needs to address her own biases. Dr. Jackie needs to address her own past bad behavior. And the apology that she gave to Buffy was never a real apology. And I can't remember if at the reunion, did she give her a real apology? I think she may have, but Buffy hasn't forgiven her. Buffy hasn't moved on from it because Buffy seems like she's still very much hurt by what Dr. Jackie did. And I don't know if there's anything that Dr. Jackie can do or say that could heal that hurt for Buffy. Guys, as always, I want to know your thoughts because I know you've been waiting for me to talk about it, but as you can see, I've been traveling like almost 20 hours. Woo, woo, woo for me. Woo, woo for me. But I hope you guys are having a great holiday. Let's continue this conversation in the comment section. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire.